Hey everyone, welcome back to another portfolio update video on the channel. Portfolio is doing really well this week, and I'm going to show you we have a really nice new all-time high, or all-time gains. We'll see that in a second. But it's currently sitting at $11,512.74. For the day, we're down about 28 bucks or 0.25%, including overnight. For the week, we are up 110.39 or 0.97%, a nice little gain for the week. For the month, we are up 297.65 or 2.65%. For the 3 months, we are up 458.25 or 4.15%. For the year to date, we are up 3.75% or $415.89. For the 1 year, we are up over $1,000 or 9.64%, which is insane. And for the all-time, we are up $1,034.65 or 9.87%, which is crazy. So that's a new milestone. The all-time gain is over 4 figures now, over $1,000, which is crazy to think about. That when I started this portfolio, or I guess in total, I've deposited around $10,478. But the value, because of all these gains, is over 11,500, which is just crazy to think about, to be honest. But yeah, so that's incredible. We're over $1,000 in gains, or we've closed above that mark. You can see earlier this week we were even higher than that, but we had some losses towards the end of the week. But it's all good. I think that's still really cool that we were able to close out for a video being above $1,000 in gains, which is crazy. So that's really exciting. And yeah, I'm going to keep depositing as usual. Currently at 21.49 shares of SPY, so we're still increasing. We're slowly getting it up there a little bit every week. You know how it is. And I've also got an order queued up right now for about 50 bucks coming in on Monday, so tomorrow. And that'll put us at about 21.6 shares, I believe, which is pretty good. But yeah, no. So we have about 5.5% gains total on SPY so far, about 600 bucks, and we're just gonna keep adding to this position as time goes on. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else there is to talk about this week. I just think it's really exciting that we've hit over 1,000 in profit now. Of course, you know, whether we hold on to it or not in the coming weeks, months, does not matter because we're not selling this. But it is cool to see that number and see that progress, especially just 1,000, because that's a crazy amount of money, especially to come out of investing. It's just really encouraging and motivating to see that, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, other than that, not really too much to talk about this week. I'm not really sure, or like economically wise. I think there was a jobs report that came out stronger than expected that might have brought the market down towards the end of the week. But I'm not super sure. I'm not really too bothered with keeping up to date on the news as much because I'm not actively trading anymore. But it would actually be interesting if we were to look back at some of our old holdings in this account. Now that I think about it, so low key, let's just go take a look at some of the stuff we used to hold just for the fun of it. So TSLL at 751. Wow. Okay, at one point it went down to 5. I think I sold this. So I sold this at 968. Thankfully, because look at this, that's crazy. So I mean, yeah, I just want to go back through and kind of just take a look because it's a pretty short video and I don't want to. I'd like to have longer videos, but of course, there's not too much to talk about when you're just investing in SPY. But we may as well take a look around at the stuff I used to trade and hold and see where it's at these days. Okay, so 540 on MPW. Oh wow, wow, it hit $3. That's crazy. I think we sold this. Let's see. Show more. I think we sold this at like 5 something. Oh no, 4 something. Okay. So I sold that at 417. So that's been up since then. I'm trying to think of what else we had. I can't really remember very well, to be honest. That was SoFi. I forgot about SoFi. 697. I still really like SoFi, to be honest, but trying not to get, to creep back into buying other companies because it never works out for me. Um, just with the emotions of trading and everything. But I believe we sold this higher than that. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Market sell 100 shares at 759. So yeah, that was a good trade, I suppose you could say. Key T from way back. If you've been a long time viewer, we can check these guys out. If it'll load, be nice. I don't know what's going on. There we go. Let's see where Key's at. Okay, 1393. It's interesting. A peak at 1581. That's pretty good. I believe I sold this at like 1097 back in November. It's interesting. Check out T. Let's see what's going on with AT&T. 1808. Wow, so that's actually had some pretty good gains since I originally bought it. Had I held on to it, but that's the thing with the option selling and everything. It's just really hard for me to hold stuff and not trade emotionally, which is why we're just going in SPY. But it is kind of cool to look back and see where we would be at. But currently, it looks like we'd be about break even if I were to hold everything, just with the losses that some of the other companies incurred. We could check out Riot too. Let's see where Riot's at. 983, so like pretty much the same place it was at when I was trading it before, with some peaks and valleys here and there. Except I believe I sold it. Yeah, I sold it much higher, which is good. But I was selling options contracts at, I believe, like 10. So that's interesting. And let's see, anything else? I can't really remember. I guess Palantir. I can check out Palantir. Wow, 2279. So Palantir has really been doing well, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, up 34%. Because I used to trade Palantir. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, I own Palantir. Yeah, I own Palantir back here, and I think I had 200 shares at like $7 or $8, and I ended up panic selling. Once again, that emotional side of options trading that really makes it difficult for me, at least, to trade well with options. I used to own around 200 shares around here, and of course, since then it's rocketed, but I would never have been able to hold through all that, so yeah, but that's interesting. Anyways, I hope you liked that little segment. I just came up with that on the fly. Just kind of wanted to look back at some of the stocks we used to trade and where we would be at had we have held those. And honestly, at the end of the day, if we think about SPY, if I were to actually have purchased SPY earlier and just held SPY earlier, like you can see for the year, it's up 13%. And I only have, not even 4% of those gains in this account because I was trading options all the way up until somewhere around here. But had I have held SPY or bought SPY, let's say on January 1st, and just held through the whole year, I mean, 12% is crazy. If you look at our all-time gain, we've got, not even 10%. Had we have held from just the beginning of the year, we'd be up over $1,200 from just the start of the year. And the big thing for me between SPY and trading options is the involvement with trading and the stress level that comes with trading. Because with options, I was really stressed all the time trying to manage positions, checking stock prices, and it was just really unhealthy. Whereas with SPY, like I don't even open this portfolio for days at a time sometimes. I do still love to check it and just check in, see what's going on, but it's a lot more hands-off and less low stress by miles than options trading ever was, which is really good. And also there's a lot of tax benefits to just buying and holding SPY versus selling short-term options and getting taxed a lot higher on that. So I'm very glad I made that switch. I think there's a lot of benefits to holding SPY, especially as a younger person versus selling options. I think with a higher balance, and also if you're looking for a more income-based, retirement type approach, I think selling options could be the move over buying and holding for sure. And you just got to do it with quality companies, which I can't really, or I couldn't afford previously when trying to sell options with, a small account. I had to pick kind of crappy stocks. But yeah, so a little rant there on options and everything, but I would like to just say I'm very, very happy and very proud with how far I've come. I don't know if there's anybody who's been watching since my TD Ameritrade days. Matter of fact, I know how I can make this video longer. Hold up. Let me pull up my account here. Just give me 1 second. Let's go to videos and oldest. All right, here we are. So I don't know if anybody's been watching since these days. I started this channel in like December of 2022. So way long ago, and I literally only had $2,000 in my account. That's where I started. I've been building it ever since. You can see the progress over time of the value of my portfolio going up. 6,000, hit 7,000, 7,000 for a while apparently. Let's see, 8,000 finally. Then I hit 9,000, then 10,000, then 11,000. So you can see the progress over time, but for the longest period of time from, back in December of 2022 all the way up to, let's see, all the way up to here. So all the way up to 3 months ago, I was fully in on trading options, and it was like, I don't know, I came out break even on the TD Ameritrade portfolio if you've been watching since then, so I didn't make any gains on that account. And I made some gains, as you guys know, from options trading on this account. I think a couple $100, but it was nothing compared to the S&P, and it was very stressful, hence why I switched. And I'm just really proud of that change. And that's what I kind of want to talk about is that I'm much happier with the change to just buying and holding, and I'm very proud that I was finally able to make that change because it's really difficult to sort of break out of the cycle of options trading, thinking you can, make so much money by doing it, and to sort of make that switch can be very difficult, especially with the finance world online. It can be very convincing and persuading that options is easy and it's the way to go, when in reality, I just don't think that's the truth. So I think it was really hard to kind of get out of that. So glad I was able to make it here finally, and I'm very proud of that. And you can see where the portfolio is at now. And what I'm really looking forward to, in all honesty, is you can see the year-to-date performance of the S&P. Had I been holding since early January, I would have been up over $1,300 on this account. I'm really looking forward to the future gains that the S&P is going to have. If we have a 10% year, um, just as an example, I think the average return is 10.41%. If we were to have just a 10% return in the next year, that's over $1,100 of gains that would go into my account, which is just crazy to think about. So, in all honesty, I'm really excited just about the future with holding SPY, and just, a couple years down the line, being able to look back and seeing, whatever return, we'll get over the next few years. It'll just be really exciting. Like here, the 5-year return is, almost 100%, which is crazy. And of course, that includes the COVID bull run, but it also includes this big pullback during 2022, 2023 that, only recently recovered. So, yeah, and this is, of course, over the average return by a lot. But still, it's very just interesting. I hope in 5 years I can look back and see that I'm up, 100% on my account, or, 6 years, 10 years, whatever, and it'll be, over 11,000 in gains. So hopefully I'll be able to come back to this video later, a couple years down the line, and say, just check out the gains and be happy with that. But yeah, sorry for the little rant. I did want to make this a longer video, which is why I kind of just started rambling about random things, because I know a lot of people like to just sort of put these videos on and have them inspire them and motivate them, and just to have them, something to watch. I know I'm like that. I love to watch finance YouTube videos. So I know that's kind of the content I'm trying to make for people, is trying to give them content to watch just like I enjoy watching. So that's why I end up rambling in this video, because I want to give you guys more content, because a quick little 3-minute video, there's not much to talk about, can be kind of boring. So just wanted to give you some extra content there. But yeah, no, thank you for watching this video. If you're not already, please consider subscribing. I do weekly portfolio update videos, and hopefully going to be doing some more videos in the future. But yeah, so please consider subscribing if you want to see a weekly update on my account of holding SPY. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.